Hello, I'm Mrs. Mercer, Decatur Township District Reading Specialist, here to teach your Sunday Level 34, Day 2 lesson for today. On the following slides, your child or student is going to produce the following sounds out loud. If they've learned 2 sounds for the letter, then they will produce both sounds. Also, ask for the 2 sounds for each of the vowels, the short and the long. Pause the video if you need more time to produce any of the sounds. Okay, these 2 letters produce 2 sounds. Here are some pictures to prompt the 2 sounds that OW makes or represents. Oh, also, I don't think I had the correct slide for this, but we have 2 sounds for C. I don't know if we're going to see that if I had that slide in there, but there should be 2 sounds for C. Produce those now. We are missing one of the pictures. 2 sounds. OO represents these 2 sounds. Please make sure you produce both of the sounds for OO. The short and the long sound. The short and the long sound. The short and the long sound. Here we go. So we just had an extra slide. So let's review the 2 sounds that we've learned. We just recently, in the last 2 or 3 lessons, I believe, learned the hard and the soft, or learned the soft sound for C. So please let us have the 2 sounds that C can represent. In about every 3rd lesson, we try to review the blends. That's why they're in here now. Make sure that your students are clipping the not saying dra. The short and the long sound for A. Short and the long sound for I. Okay, and then there's 2 sounds, the hard and the soft for G. These are the pictures to kind of prompt you for those 2 sounds. Okay, so now we are on our spell sound section. So I'm going to give you some sounds and you're going to write the letters that will represent the sounds that I give you. So first, ah, ah. Ah. Ow. Ow. Okay. We don't have a lot in spell sounds right now, but I'm going to ask you some questions. Then I want you to write the answers underneath those two that you just did. How do you write ch after a short vowel? After a short vowel, I can't talk today. After a short vowel, when you hear ch, how would you write it? How do you write j after a short vowel? What letters would you write when you hear j after a short vowel? Okay, write those in right now, please. Looks like I have my whiteboard went. Here it is. Okay. To show you an example, I think you should know these pretty well. But when you hear ch after a short vowel, you should have written that you would write TCH. When you hear ch after a short vowel, you would spell TCH. When you hear the j sound after a short vowel, you would write it DGE. So after you would spell it DGE. Okay, now I want you to pause the video and take a moment to read the words in both columns on this slide. Seem to have misplaced my eraser. All right. Now we're going to review our spelling. Okay. You will, if you're touch spelling, remember you will use this side since I can't seem to find my eraser. If you write with your right hand, you will touch spell with your left, starting with your pinky, going left to right. So for bat, say bat, b-at. If you were left-handed, it would be bat, pen or pencil, preferably pen in your left hand, and then you would touch spell b-at. Okay? So I'm going to give you a word. You will repeat the word. You're going to write this in the spell words section right here in your student notebook of your paper. I will give you a word. You repeat, you touch spell, and then you write. You'll have to pause the video after every word to give yourself enough time. I will model the first one with you. Tire. You will say tire. Then you will touch spell. T-I-R. Okay? You don't have a finger for every letter, just every sound. Next one, jaw. You need to repeat, touch spell, then write. And do that for all of the following words. Wood. Crown. Face. Next one is considered a sight word in Sunday. Wood. Large. Stitch. Cube. Stage. Goat. Pledge. And join. Take a moment and look over the words you spelled. Do they look like they are spelled correctly? If not, make your corrections now. Okay, now we're going to check over the words that you were just given. Notice here on this side, it shows what we were taught and an example of a word that falls under that rule. Check over your words. Are they spelled correctly? If you have an error, cross it out, don't erase, and write it correctly now. Okay, when you're done making any corrections you need, read the words from this list out loud. Okay, might have to pause the video to give yourself enough time for that. Now we are on the spell words, phrases, and sentences section of our page. So I'm going to give you a sentence. You'll repeat the sentence. Then you're going to tap out the words in the sentence, and then you will write the sentence. Make sure when you're done writing to check for capitalization and punctuation. I'm going to model the first sentence with you. So, ready? Place the white mice back in the cage. You'll repeat, place the white mice back in the cage. Then you're going to tap it out. Place the white mice back in the cage. So we know there should be 8 words in the sentence that we're writing. So when we're done writing, we can go back and count and see if we missed a word, which can happen when we get into these bigger sentences. Okay? I'll repeat the sentence one more time. Place the white mice back in the cage. So you can repeat, tap like I showed you, and then write. Pause the video to give yourself enough time and to count the number of words. The next sentence is, I like the fringe on your vest. You will repeat, I like the fringe on your vest. Then you're going to tap out. I'm going to show an example as a lefty. Change it up a little bit. I like the fringe on your vest. So we know that this sentence has 7 words. So we need to make sure to check that we have 7 words when we're completed. I will repeat again, and you can tap and write. I like the fringe on your vest. Pause the video to give yourself enough time to repeat, tap, and write. Okay, let's go back real quick. Now that you had enough time to write your sentences, I want you to check for capitalization. We kind of write this on our paper in class. We should just write this on there every time. It would be nice if it was already in there, but check for capitalization. A, for accuracy, do you have the correct number of words in each sentence? Punctuation, do you have the correct ending marks? Are they asking questions? Is it a statement? Is it command? Is it exclamatory? And then S finally for spelling. Is it spelled correctly? All right, so now check over your sentences. Do your sentences look like these? Do you have the correct words capitalized? Do you have periods at the end? And all of these words in the sentences that you wrote. If you made an error, just cross it out and write the word or the mark above correctly. Once you're finished with your corrections, read both sentences out loud. Okay, now we're on to the new learning for today. So today we are on sound card 51. And at school, Sunday Systems, it would be this sound card here. The rule EW is the first choice for writing ooh at the end of a word. And the key word is do. Can you say do? Okay. Now I want you to trace EW. And if you can say it all at once, trace EW. Ooh, is the first choice for oo at the end of the word. Oo is the first choice, or EW, is the first choice for oo at the end of a word. Okay, so let's just condense that. EW, oo at the end of a word. Now it's the first choice because eventually there are other choices, but you always try this one first. So let's trace it 3 times. EW, oo at the end of a word. Oo at the end of a word. Oo at the end of the word. Once again, the key word is do. Now I want you to write EWOO on the small lines in the Introduce New Material section under the number 5. Okay, now we're going to practice reading some words that have oo at the end of a word. Remember, this is the first choice. So when you hear oo at the end of the word, your first choice is going to be to spell it with the EW. So pause the video and read this column of words. Okay. Now we're going to practice spelling words that have oo at the end of the word. First word is new. Repeat new and then touch spell it. N-oo. Okay. Pause to give yourself time. Next word, chew, and I'm going to model this as a left-handed person. Have my pencil here. Chew. Sh. Ooh. Or we're just tapping out the sounds. We know what 2 letters represent the ch sound, and we know which 2 letters represent the oo sound at the end of the word. Blue. 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 Ooh. So you will go through and do that. Repeat, touch spell right. Grew. Flew. Stew. And do. That's our key word. Okay, take a moment to look over your words. Are they spelled correctly? If you made an error, correct them now. Okay, now let's take a moment and check our words. Are these the words that you had written down? If you made an error, cross it out and write it correctly. Then, when you're finished, read the words you've just written out loud. Pause the video to give yourself enough time. Okay. Now, we're going to reread The Prince of France. A few lessons earlier, we learned that the C can also make the S sound, or what we call sometimes the soft C. So we're going to go through and pause the video, reread these words. It should be familiar from the other day. Okay. Pause the video and read these 2 pages. And then finally, pause the video to read this last page. Let me get my face out of the way here. Okay. That's the end of our Sonday Level 34 Day 2 lesson for today. Thank you and have a great day.